We're back with Frankie and Mark, and guys, Quinn Hughes traded, JT Miller traded, and Bo Horvat traded. There have been some major changes to the Canucks roster in recent years. So, Mark, we'll start with you. Should they be done, or is it time to embrace a full rebuild?
Well, they've just won 4 in a row. The rebuild is done, right? This team is going to win now. All joking aside, once you go down the path, you need to finish it off. Now, I do believe there are some pieces that can be moved until the deadline. Some of them will garner maybe a decent return. Sherwood has been obviously one of the names circling around. But you know what? There's also a time where it needs to stop and you need to figure out what the plan is moving ahead. It doesn't need to be long term. They've already had it and had some decent return. They have skills for the present, but they have potential for the future. But at some point, they need to figure out who they're going to build around. And this is almost time for the Canucks to move on to the next step.
I agree with you there, Mark. It doesn't have to be like a full-fledged rebuild where you tear it right down to the studs, just like the way the Chicago Blackhawks have done it. But what that fan base really wants is a plan. So tell them that, hey, we're going to do this thing for about 3 years. There are going to be some players that move off this roster, but we're going to be better off for it. And in the long run, we will have something that is sustainable and hopefully successful, instead of what the organization has done for the last few years is just patchwork. Add this, add that, see if it works at the right time, see if you can catch lightning in a bottle. It's not a way to have long-term success. That's what the fan base wants. They want to see a plan, whether it's 3, 4, 5 years, but that's what they want to see.
Okay, so one player specifically that could bring a major haul is goalie Thatcher Demko, his new deal, and the trade protection that comes with it. Kick in this summer. Frankie, should Vancouver be looking to move Demko to really jumpstart this rebuild?
So you would have to do it relatively quickly. I don't have an issue with saying we're going to see if we can get a haul for Thatcher Demko, because we signed Kevin Lankinen to a long-term deal. We're paying him like a #1 goalie. And the fact of the matter is, we don't need to be good in the next 3 years. We want to be good after that. And goaltending around the league has been so difficult to come by. You can convince a team to say, Thatcher Demko's our guy. We are one Thatcher Demko away from being a Stanley Cup contender, maybe a Stanley Cup winner. The only issue is the injury history for him. So our team's really going to give up a ton of young prospects, players, picks, whatever the package is going to include for Thatcher Demko, and then he's not available. So that's the only thing that would kind of hang this deal up. Other than that, it would make sense to say, if we're going to try and expedite things, there's a big fish that needs to move off our roster, and every team is looking for goaltending.
And Frankie, to your point, I think you hit it on the nail. When he's healthy, he's a game changer. Lankinen may be paid as the #1 goalie. He's not that type of goalie. He's not that in the same tier as Thatcher Demko. Can he bridge you until you get a plan? Because rebuilding without a plan between the pipes, soon enough, you'll be called the Oilers or the Sabres. It won't succeed. You need to be able to bridge. They haven't drafted goalies very high. They don't have a blue chip prospect. We'll give Medvedev some time to become just that. But then you need to find a bridge solution. It all depends on the value of Thatcher Demko on the market. But I'll say it once again. When healthy, he's a game changer.
Yeah, and that really is key, is his health. He's incredible. So Demko making $5 million this year. His new deal that kicks in is worth $8.5 million a season, and that runs until 2029.